Okay, cool.
All right, thank you.
Cool. We are live in about 3 minutes time.
Northwest Conference fans, welcome back to the Boxer Sports Network, exclusively on Flow College. Here we are at Ledbetter Field at Hanson Stadium, in which the Whitman College Blues have come to town from Eastern Washington. They played down at Willamette yesterday, and now the Boxers will host the Whitman College Blues. I'm Evan Blyer with Noah Gonzalez as well. Noah was able to make it this time around. Noah, you were down at the George Oja Invitational down at Linfield yesterday. How did that go for you?
PR'd. Solid little 28-58 from what I remember. So it's a good final race to end on. But anyways, we're here now. Of course, Pacific with a disappointing loss yesterday. Lost 1-0 to Whitworth, giving them Whitworth their first win of the season. But this More important game, Whitman's obviously, right next to them in standings. They're 500, 3, 3, and 7, I believe.
Right.
I think coming off from a win yesterday. No, 2-1.
Whitman tied 1-1 at
Ah,
Willamette
1-1.
yesterday.
Gotcha.
Both teams on short rest as well. Noah obviously said they're right next to each other in the standings, so should be a really good game here in Forest Grove at Hanson Stadium. And so now that'll conclude our pregame show. Now let's look at how both teams have done so far this season.
Is it going to? Yeah.
And so, as we announce the starting lineups here at Hanson Stadium, let me do a little recap of both teams' seasons so far this year. For the Boxers, they had a narrow 1-0 loss yesterday. They're 3-5-6 on the season, 2-3-6 in the Northwest Conference. They are still in fourth place, however, in the conference after that loss on 12 points, but have lost the last 2 games and are still winless right here. 4 of their 5 losses have been right here and on their home turf. And as for the visiting Whitman College Blues, very similar record, 3-3-7 overall, 2-2-5 in conference play. Fifth place, 1 point below the Boxers on 11 points. And they've played 5 games on the road, and they have tied all 5 of those games, so unbeaten on the road. So should be a great contest here in Forest Grove. And so now we will officially get you your starters for this contest. As you see Pacific University starters getting announced right on your screen. First, let's start for the visitors, the Whitman College Blues, as announced by head coach Michelle Voiland in her 6th season for Whitman. And starting in goal for the Blues is number 1, Shanice Still. Then number 3, Catherine Sand. Number 4, Ellie Cortez Muniz. Number 7, Leah Barnes. Number 9, Arissa Baba. Number 10, Emma Foley. Number 13, Ella Johnson. Number 14, Karina Matthew. Number 19, Alex McKean. Number 21, Kiki Glorioso. And number 24, Gracia Larson. And we will be back for the Boxer starters right after the national anthem here at Hanson Stadium. And once again, here at Hanson Stadium, the Pacific Choir's rendition of the Stars Spangled Banner rings throughout. Both teams will shake hands. I think the referees will get this one started shortly. But now let's get to your starters for your home team for the Pacific University Oregon Boxers, as announced by head coach Kellen McNamara in his 2nd season, assisted by Scott Wood, McKenna Dollar, Jory Sheen, and Julia Sadler. Starting in goal, the only active goalkeeper for this contest, number 0, Kylie Pasquale. Then back in midfield, number 1, Tate Taniguchi. Number 5, Ruby Waters in the back. Number 6, Mireya Garcia. Number 12, Caitlin Sanders. Number 15, Gwendolyn Sang. Number 18, Kiera Quagas back in midfield for the freshman. Number 21, Julia Fechter's getting the start. Number 22, Shannon Santos, your same back 3. And number 25, Riley Gu back in the starting lineup. And finally, number 29, Rissalyn Hara are going to be your starters for this game. As you see both teams huddle up, and we'll get ready to start this one shortly. here on the Boxer Sports Network. But like we mentioned, these are two teams that are right next to each other in the standings. So a very important game. We already mentioned that Whitman tied at Willamette yesterday in a game that was huge for those teams. There's 4 teams on 2 wins in the conference. It's a very compact conference right in the middle between the Boxers, the Blues today, the Bearcats, and the Pioneers of Lewis and Clark. So this is a huge game here, Noah, for both of these teams.
Well, and, you could say, place and tie, but if your record is similar to, say, 4th place and 7th, I mean, it's tight, and it all can take is one goal. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting going here. Whitman's leading scorer, Bailey Bell, she started the season hot, but she's been on a drought. She hasn't scored, since last time they played Pacific up in Whitman. And, Bailey Bell's on 6 goals this season. So, it's going to be important, for Pacific to neutralize her, especially. But, Pacific's going to want to win a home game. They have not won one yet. And,
Right.
yesterday was really close. And so I think they have a shot today. They know how important this is, when it comes to the standings. I mean, this game could be the very game that determines whether they finish in that top 5 or that, bottom 5. So, be interesting. They're starting with the ball here, too. So, it should be a good way to get some momentum. And it was raining here earlier, but it's starting to dry up. It was really nice. The sun was out about 10 minutes ago, so.
Yeah, 100%. It's actually a pretty perfect contest in terms of weather for the players out there. Boxers, like you mentioned, with the opening kickoff when they're all black kits going from right to left to start. Women in their white shirts and white socks and their navy shorts going from left to right to start this one. But yeah, 58 degrees, overcast skies. A slight chance of rain coming up here, but we'll see. Looks pretty non-threatening for the moment. And we are officially underway here at Hanson Stadium. And really concluding Northwest Conference play pretty soon here. This is the second game of the Boxers' 5-game homestand. This is the final game of the weekend. Both teams played yesterday. Boxers narrow loss to Whitworth, giving them their first win. And Whitman in a 1-1 draw at Willamette. Here's Santos trying to get the ball. It's going to bounce to number 24, Gracia Larson, who's going to hit that one out of play for a near throw here. But as we get started underway here, Noah, what do you want to see from the Boxers? Obviously, like you mentioned, haven't won at home yet this year. What do they need to do to get themselves that W here on their home turf?
Well, one thing they've been really struggling in is, even just controlling possession in this game, they've struggled to develop an offensive identity. It's really evident, with their recent games, just not really being able to sort of get the ball into the 18-yard box and, have sort of, numbers in there and having some good chances. So it all comes down to that, and of course you're going to get that with a 3-5-2. You're not really going to get a counter. So, they need to find something, they need to get those passes in. They need some good looks, good chances, and that's how they win. Their defense has been great. It's going to do the job that they've been doing all season, and yeah, I mean, they got to find something when it comes to offense here, because if you can't score goals, you can't win games.
Yeah, 100%. Boxers have had 5 scoreless draws this year. So
Well
5
done
of
from
their
Sang.
6 draws have been scoreless. Sang looking lively in recent games. On the far side is number 7 for Whitman and Leah Barnes, a junior from Eagle, Idaho. Kind of looking at the roster kind of from all over Pacific Northwest, Idaho, Montana, Washington, for the most part. Some California as well. Whitman, obviously a very academic, rigorous school in Walla Walla.
Actually got one from Texas. It's Catherine Dalton, a freshman.
And Pennsylvania as well. I noted that
Wow.
one for a freshman. So like I said, they get a lot of attention for a small school in Eastern Washington. Here's Caitlin Sanders on the far side. Going to drive that one, trying to find Rissa Hara, who takes an errant touch. We'll turn it over to number 21, Glorioso. Kiki Glorioso, a junior from San Diego, California, at Mission Bay High School. It'll be a throw on the far side for the Blues. Into midfield, the number 13, Ella Johnson. It'll be another Throwing this time for the Boxers. Boxers, like we mentioned, in a 3-back system. Here's Garcia, top of the box. The Blues get it back. Here's Taniguchi. Didn't start yesterday. Begin the start today. Turns the ball over to the Blues. And hooking that one down the line to nobody is Karina Matthew out of Corvallis, Oregon. Waters. Entry pass into Sang. Can she keep it, hold it up for the Boxers? Yes, she can. A good start for the Beaverton native. Waters finds Fector on the far side. Combining well here in the first opening minutes. Good pass from Garcia, looking for Sang in behind. Sang, all you do is flick it back up. Here's Fector on the right-hand side. Looking for options. Defending her is Barnes.
Good
turn. Corner of the box, here's Hara. Boxers with an established possession here, but turning it over to Whitman College. Stringing a couple good passes there.
Yeah, Whitman's doing really well defending. Just they're on physically, and they're playing really physical but clean, on sort of every Pacific player that has the ball. It's what you got to do, to neutralize and, to cause those turnovers. When someone's playing on you like that, it's easy to get panicked and sort of, just want to sort of give the ball away, just find a pass too quickly, and it leads to errant touches or passes. And as you see here, it looks like is that Gu on the left, or is that Har that just took it away?
Yeah, Gu's. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the starting lineup for the Boxers. Back three the same. Midfield, not surprisingly, Quagas and Taniguchi, but Fector's going to play right wing back. Gu on the left, which will put Sang at the 10 position, and Garcia and Har will play up top.
Fector must be playing sort of a right mid, and then when they go on offense, she's turning essentially to a right winger. I think that's strategic from McMahon. I think she's trying to sort of give Fector the space, just run down and give a ball to the middle. It's why, because Garcia's a natural number 9, and I think, obviously Hara is a really good striker too, so you want options up there, and you have both of them in the middle. You try and have Fector, get some space, give ball to Mill. The hope is you have both your center forwards just in the box, and if one ball can't get to the other, you hope the other one can get to it.
Precisely so. Whitman possessing in their half. Looks like the center backs for Whitman in this one is 21 and 19. And Glorioso and McKean. And center backs playing in midfield. Cortez Muniz for Whitman. Here's the fullback for the Blues. Number 14 turns it over. Matthew. Here's Cortez Muniz, dispossessed by Garcia. Here's Sang. Reverse pass. Gets there to Garcia. On her left foot. First time. Beautiful goal from Didi Garcia. The Boxers open the scoring. 7 minutes in. Garcia gets her third goal of the season. Her 5th goal contribution. And a great assist from Sang there, who gets her first assist of the year. Her 4th goal contribution. 1-0 Boxers.
Well, that's what you got to do. It's the kind of results you get from pressure. I don't know if we're going to get a replay on this, but it all starts with Quagas, right? Just winning the ball, getting the turnover, then Sang. She has options on the right and left. She either has Hara or Garcia. She initially, I think, tried to give it to Hara, but then the ball took her deflection, and she's able to get it back. Garcia's open on the left, and all she needs to do just, because I'm going to see here, it's deflection off, and Sang gets it back. Garcia just has to pick a corner, goes left foot, goes far right. That's brilliant stuff there, and really kind of, one of the first counters we've seen from Pacific in recent games, and as you see there, it proves to be useful. They're able to get the goal as Whitman looks like might tie it up.
Though. Yeah, trying to equalize things immediately, but probably one of the most lively starts we have seen, I think, for the Boxers so far this season.
Yeah.
I've been combining the ball really well, and Garcia just passed it into the goal, put it where Shanice still couldn't get it.
Well, one thing we saw, when we came in here pregame was Whitman had been out warming up for quite a while, and Pacific never really got to the field until about 45 minutes before kickoff. Whitman got here about an hour and a half. So I wonder if it's sort of, energy conserving from Pacific. That's why they've been so lively at the start, and it's proved well. As see, there's a 10th there from, can't tell who that is in the midfield. I think it's Ella Johnson there. I took a shot, but yeah, that's probably one of the best starts all season we've seen from Pacific, and Garcia's gonna feel really good about that goal.
Turns
It's
it
only her
over
third
here.
one.
Here's Whitman, number 24, and Larson trying to get around Waters. She does. Saved by Pasquale.
Brilliant.
Going down after some contact, but no penalty called, and a shot on goal for the Blues, trying to equalize immediately.
Yeah, that couldn't tell who that was, but looked like it was almost a penalty given there. But that's really good from Pasquale to come up and sort of, get something on the ball. Takes away sort of any time, any, lanes for him to shoot there. But yeah, wow, just look at the sort of the change a little bit. As soon as Pacific get a goal, Whitman just sort of turn it up, and now they're desperately just trying to equalize this game and put it back to all squares. So
Yeah, yesterday at Willamette, Whitman went down 1-0 and equalized things in the 56th minute with Amori Lash. So they faced adversity yesterday and were able to get a result. They're trying to do the same thing today against the Boxers on this weekend road trip. Here comes Whitman. That's number 3. Good move from Sand, getting around the left-hand side, facing up against Sanders. Sanders blocks out for a throw and good defending from the junior transfer.
Great defending from Sanders there. She picked up Sand, and that prevents Sand from sort of giving a ball in the middle there. See Sanders again picks up there. Couldn't tell who that is. Just gave a ball in the middle, but Waters clears it.
Yeah, Boxers just got to try and survive this stint, Noah. They've, scored, but Whitman has rebounded and have had a lot of the ball, so just got to make sure the most important time is not concede is right after you've scored.
Well, their defense has been pretty good this season, especially ever since they went on their sort of road trip,
month-long
games. Yeah, I mean, they've only allowed, I think, it was like 2 goals, in that road streak. So, their defense has been pretty good ever since then, and it's been able to neutralize the sea. It's a really good step there from Waters. That might have just saved a goal opportunity, honestly.
Here's Barnes facing up against Taniguchi. It's going to roll out to number 10, Emma
Pacific
Foley. Be out for a throw. Can't keep that one in play.
Foley didn't look too happy about that one.
And yes, 10 minutes into this one. Lively start. Boxers already on the board. Scoring early. But Whitman trying to respond. But, yeah, like you mentioned, this is a team that has had an interesting schedule, had a month on the road, and this is now their 7th game in 16 days, so averaging a game every couple days. And they'll have a shortened week next week, too, when they host Lewis and Clark on Friday evening. Here's Whitman possessing in the back. 19, McKean plays out to Matthew. Back to McKean, and she'll find the side of the field with Glorioso.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Pacific front line is sort of pressuring all. They're just trying to play zone, take away some passing lanes. So you see Garcia and Hara and Sang sort of just drop back. So it kind of looks like a front 4 in a way. As see, that's
nice
Gu.
move from Gu down the line, facing up against McKean.
Got Sang.
Yeah, couldn't find her. Good idea, but that might go off for a corner.
Did it? It does. Wow.
That ball took a nasty backspin for the captain, Glorioso. And gets the corner for the Boxers.
I'm shocked Glorioso couldn't just put it out for a throw in. Don't know if it's just misjudged a spin or what, but looks like Garcia's going to take this as we got stoppage here.
Yeah, stop the clock for some reason. Don't see any substitutes.
No, we do see a substitution.
Oh, it's actually, I think Riley Gu has earrings in. Forgot to take her earrings out for the game, so you can see her picking at her ear.
Had to hand them to Coach McNamara, or she's going to now. I think she's actually getting subbed off.
No, I think she's going to hand the earrings over to goalkeeper coach McKenna Hadaller. An oopsie. It was pretty funny, yesterday for the men's game. One of the men's players for Whitworth forgot their jersey. So they wear a different number. So stuff like that can happen. People make mistakes. We're all human. Garcia taking the in-swinger corner. Great spot in the middle still. Parries it away, and Barnes clears A great delivery from Garcia. And a bad touch from Fector, but gets it right back. Cutting on our left foot, looking for Quaggas. Here's Cortez Muniz cleaning things up in the middle. And a bad touch there from number 24.
Maybe a Pacific throw and took a touch, I think, off number 24. That's Gracia Larson. But, yeah, I mean, that was a really good ball in. But one thing you could see here is Whitman's playing really, really physical, especially with their pokes and everything. So I wonder if McNamara might tell his players, hey, drive into that contact because they will foul you, especially if you make a cut the last second, they're going to poke no matter what. And, yeah, I'm really surprised that Whitman hasn't sort of fouled yet, It's, wonder if the refs just kind of just letting them play a little bit, or Pacific just isn't interested in winning a foul. So it's interesting as as I say that, Whitman wins a foul off Pacific, and it looks like
I think it's the first foul of the game, if I'm not mistaken. It's been pretty
almost 15 minutes in.
Definitely not used to the game we saw yesterday here. A lot of fouls. This game has had much more of a rhythm.
Yeah, it's taken quickly. Johnson's going to give a ball in here.
Oh, that's a great ball. Taniguchi gets a touch. Pass Waters. Ball bouncing. Barnes scores. Looking for the AR, and it's 1-1. Unassisted goal by number 7, Leah Barnes for Whitman. And just like that, it's 1-1 early in the first half. Ball just bounced the right way for the Eagle Idaho junior. And now she gets her first goal of the season.
Yeah, that's wow, I'm really shocked at how that went there. I see that some of the Pacific players just having a talk, sort of trying to discuss what happened. Not sure if I'll go replay, but yeah, I think Tate was just trying to clear it, and it just went off. Sort of a bad touch, a lucky touch, whatever you want to call it. And Barnes was there to sort of just put a foot on it and put them back in the net. So, wow, you can't give those goals up. It's really unfortunate there, and it's only their 6th goal they've given up since, their road streak ended. And, yeah, wow, 1-1, and we're not even 15 minutes in. This could be a shootout.
And we see a change already from head coach Kellen McNamara. Beth Brisson in the game at left wing back for Riley Goo. But, the ball bounced a couple times in the 6 on that play. Taniguchi missed the clearance. Waters got turned, and Barnes put that one into the top corner. So just like yesterday, the Blues come back from 1-0 down to equalize things. But plenty of soccer left to go in this one. Not even 15 minutes into this game, we've seen 2 goals. Here's the captain, Glorioso. Back to Alex McKean. Alex McKean, a junior from Hanford, California. Went to Sierra Pacific High School. Good turn by the goal scorer. A big-minute player for the Blues. Hadn't gotten a point until
brilliant.
now. Great pass by Baba. Here is Barnes. On her left foot, Waters defending, cutting back. In-swinger blocked by Waters. Good defending from the junior transfer once again.
It's a great combination there, to give Barnes, some space. But I think putting Brisson in for Goo, either they're going to sort of switch her and Santos.
Shot on off frame from Barnes, but Barnes looking lively here early.
Oh, absolutely. But I think they're going to either switch Brisson and Santos, on offense, or they're just trying to sort of McNamara's trying to give his team some defensive depth. We know Brisson plays that left back position really well. As speaking of, here she is with the ball, with some space.
Yeah, got her second start of the year yesterday. Head coach Callan McNamara making, looking at it here, I think he made 5 changes to the starting lineup compared to yesterday's games, which you kind of have to do when you have this type of Saturday-Sunday schedule.
It's important to give the players rest, and Brisson's been a really solid player this season. I'm surprised she hasn't gotten more starts, as actually Brisbane playing really far up. You see her in that left wing position here.
Good old wing back. Got to get up and down the field. Those are the positions that will be substituted the most, requiring the most work. Hara ball in. Going to stay in. Go to the far side. Garcia's going to chase it down. 1v1. Ball in to the top of the 18. And flicking it on there is Baba out of play. But it's been back and forth this game, right? Boxers took the lead. Whitman responded. Now Boxers responding after conceding the equalizer.
So what's interesting there is Santos went really far up, and I think it was Fector who actually came in to play left back here. So we're seeing sort of a lot of, people stepping up, some covering. It's almost like total football if you've ever watched Ted Lasso.
Surely they have.
Sort of some players, going up, some players covering, as you see Brisson here.
Yeah, good football from the Boxers, stringing together a couple of passes. Blocked cross. Gonna play.
I wonder if Sang could have made a run to the corner there. I think that's what Brisson was waiting for,
Here is 13 Johnson playing the 6th position, finding Cortez Muniz. Cortez Muniz, a junior from Pasco, Washington. Also a transfer from Columbia Basin College, from near Walla Walla. Taniguchi, nice half turn in midfield. Going to play right back to Waters. And yeah, Sid Sugiyama, I want to mention her, had a really good game. Played a season-high 89 minutes yesterday. Had 2 really good shots on goal, 3 shots in the game. But Taniguchi back in the starting lineup. Hara down the line, cleared by...
One's a throw.
Number 19, I believe. Yeah, McKean. Yeah, the right center back getting all the way over to the left-hand side, interchanging with Glorioso.
Yeah, I don't think Sugiyama will come in the second half just so she's got some good rest as looks like it's just knocked out there by Garcia via Whitman throw. But yeah, no changes yet from McNamara besides the Goo and Brisson one. So I wonder if that's strategic. He's just giving, his players from yesterday a rest. We'll probably see more changes in the second half as this game goes on. But
and no movement on the Whitman bench as well. And yesterday, Abelamit didn't really rotate that much of the squad. A lot of players playing full 90s or almost all of the game. And looking at their starting lineup, Bailey Bell, who we talked about, leading scorer, not in the lineup for this one. Waters in midfield. Entry pass to Taniguchi. Over to Santos. Looking for Garcia. Good idea. Just played it to the outside of her.
I think she might also have been looking for Brisson there to see if Brisson's going to make a run in the middle. That would have opened up Garcia a little bit. So it's good vision from Santos there. But yeah, so I think one thing you're seeing the specific front line doing now, they're just sort of chilling on. They're picking a women defender and just chilling there and sort of, whoever has the ball, they're just waiting for one of those forwards to just make a run and then sort of time a pass to them. Almost like a football play, like a quarterback to a wide receiver.
Here's Whitman, though, stringing together a couple of passes into the Boxer territory, but Boxer's clear. McKean out to Matthew, who all she can do is hook it out of play. Talked a lot about number 14, Karina Matthew, junior out of Crescent Valley High School. That one goes out of play. Garcia can't keep it in.
Yeah, managed to have 3 assists this season, but hasn't had one since that game of the season. So she's obviously, looking for a goal contribution. But yeah, in those first 2 games, it was really high scoring.
Bad pass from Quaggas, turning it over. Here's number 24, Larson, and that pass from number 10, Foley, was too far in front of Larson to do any damage, but a dangerous pass back there from Quaggas.
I wonder if that was close to being offside there, but yeah, the first 2 games of the season for Whitman, they obviously was their leading goal scorer Billy Bells. That game had opened up with a hat trick and a brace, but a bit of a goal drought since then. But yeah, it's when Matthew had 2 assists. I think it was against it was in the Idaho game. So
yeah, it was interesting.
Through ball there from Fector, looks like to Hara.
Hara gets on the end of it. Great desire from the sophomore. Keeps it on her left foot and retains possession. On her right foot, good strike on target. What a goal from Rissalyn Hara. She does it all for the number 29 All-NWC. Honorable mention last season, Kay Golasso. Tip of the cap to Rissa Hara. She gets her 2nd goal of the season, her 4th goal contribution. Look at this replay.
Unbelievable. I mean, this might be goal of the year. It was the desire to get in the comeback, and that's brilliant placement. Has to be said. I mean, that's from about, what, 30 yards out almost, and she just floats over the top of Eleanor Johnson. That's, wow. That might be Pacific's best goal of the season, to be honest, and maybe goal of Harlow's career. As Brisson actually gets on an errant pass here.
Yeah, apologies. Eleanor Johnson in net. Been calling it Shanice Still. Made that mistake, obviously, because Still and Johnson have been splitting halves this season.
Yeah,
So
Still, and that's right, yeah.
probably see Still in the second half here, but 2 goals conceded for Eleanor Johnson, the number 33. But, yeah, that one above her head. Johnson only at 5'8".
I could watch this horror goal again and again. I mean, that is just brilliant football there. Just the desire to get the through ball from Fector, and that was just a really good cutback. And, you know, to get the contact on that too, just absolutely spot on is, wow. I mean, you know, it it takes individual brilliance too, you know, from one-year players when you have to win games. And yeah, wow. As we see McNamara, so sitting down almost, or him standing up. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong person, but yeah, wow, 2-1. Only about 22 minutes into this game, not even, and already 3 goals scored from both sides. So
Yeah,
how about that?
If you like goals, you're like this game so far, end to end, halfway here through the first half. Good end line
Good
run
through ball.
by Foley. Foley matching up against Santos. Left-footed ball bouncing into Cortez Muniz. Sang gets a clearance but takes a deflection. The Blues keep it in. Ball in by Matthew. Sang. Clearance turns into a nice pass to Brisson. And here comes Brisson down the left-hand side in a foot race with Cortez Muniz. And
Brilliant
good
cut.
touch from Brisson, but took an errant touch, but good effort there from the number 2.
Yeah, it's one thing I said going in this game. You know, Whitman's gonna play them hard. It's Cortez Muniz showcasing that. You know, they'll play you physical, but they won't foul. You know, and that's another thing too. I think, as you've noticed, Whitman has not given up a single foul this game. You know, they've played really physical too, and you know, as long as you can play physical and not give up too many fouls, that, you know, you're gonna cause turnovers. You're gonna win the ball, and it's what they teach. You know, it's a very physical game, but you know, as long as it's not too physical, you know, you're all good. You're gonna win games. You're gonna win the turnover battle, and that's really important.
And 2 changes as well we just saw for Whitman. Baba leaving the game alongside Johnson, and coming in is the goal scorer yesterday, and Amori Lash, as well as number 26, Avery Cohen, into the game for the Blues after just conceding once again off 2 very good goals for the Boxers. Here's Rissa Hara now on the right-hand side. She's having a game, looking for Garcia. Ball bouncing, cleared up by McKean. Barnes can only put it as far as Fector. And here's Hara once again. Back to Fector in the corner. Barnes defending. And trying to get a corner. Did that go off Barnes?
No.
It did not. Be a goal kick for the Blues. Hara having a great game. The number 29 out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Went to Mary Knoll High School. Has had a very successful career. Like I mentioned, NWC honorable mention last season as a freshman alongside Didi Garcia. And both of them have scored. So showing their quality, which the Boxers have not scored a lot of goals this year, but have scored a conference high 2 goals in this one, excuse me.
Well, I mean, it's why I said in the start of the game, you know, McNamara is just trying to have sort of both of them up there, you know, because he knows those 2 players give them the best chance to score goals. And I mean, it's worked so far, you know, inside not even the first half of this first half, you know, they both have 1 apiece, and that's really good, you know, as a coach. And you can see here, Women's on the attack now.
Here's Cohen finding Foley. A lot of defenders, though. That's what the Boxers do well, is with that 3 in the back and their 2 center mids. They constantly have 5 defenders back there, so Whitman's going to be hard for them to counter. Boxers take the lead once again.
I'm shocked Fector didn't get the assist on Hara's goal, to be honest. I thought it wasn't really another touch from a Whitman player, but
Yeah, we'll have to take a look on the replay. Here's a ball in for Barnes, trying to get on her left foot. Sanders clears. But, yeah, would have to look back. I mean, Hara had the ball.
That was really close.
Midfield.
Sanders almost gave away a penalty there. She's really lucky she got that ball because Barnes, I think, was trying to win one. You saw her go down there. And I think so you'll see Hara's goal again here. It's such class.
I mean, she does it herself. We'll have to determine who gets the assist on that one. But
I hope that wins goal of the year because, I mean, to cut back right like that and just, with just that amount of touch and, to be able to just put perfectly over the goalkeeper, that takes a lot of skill. And, Hara's going to look at that later after this game.
There's a ball into the middle from Foley. Going to be an easy catch for Pasquale.
Nonchalant there. No
saves by either keeper in this contest and 3 goals. So keepers yet to really make their mark in this game. But, like you mentioned, Hara with a great goal. And what I want to point out is the desire she had to keep the ball in play here on the near-hand side and the composure to keep it, cut the defender. And, golazo.
Almost had another breakaway there from Hara. She had Garcia who's going to just about to take off. But, yeah, I mean, she's only a sophomore too. Hara's got a really promising career ahead of her. And, if she can do more stuff like that, she might not just get an all honorable mention honors, but maybe second team, first team. I mean, she's got the skills. She really does, and the desire too, as you pointed out. And that's everything about that goal was just perfect. As looks like a foul there was won by Whitman. Not sure if it was a handball, but
will result in a free kick for the Blues.
Women's lining up to make their first changes of the game. Can't see who that is across, but
yeah, they've made 2 changes already, looking to make 2 more on their second window of the half with Barnes on the ball. Changes will come in soon. Barnes, the goal scorer, another shot on goal. Here's the first save of the game for Kylie Pasquale.
Yeah, Whitman was really loading up Pacific's back line there. They had 4. Just sort of, I don't know if that was a shot or maybe a pass-looking shot, hoping, someone could get a head on it and deflect it. But, yeah, Whitman's really pushing this Pacific back line as much as they can. They were, once again, when they were down 1-0 early on, they just were really desperate to score again. And, I think Pacific's got to sort of learn their lesson here. So far they are, and they're neutralizing Whitman a lot better than they did, the first time round.
Right, the previous meeting between these two sides was a 1-1 draw at Whitman. Ruby Waters got the goal after going down to equalize things. Here is Foley. No teammates around her. Turns the ball over to Quaggas. Looks like 2 box changes coming in soon. Santos here to Brisson. Brisson looking good, tripping over the ball there, but keeps it. Plays it to Santos. Back to Brisson. This is something the Bogs do really well, combining triangles, and they've earned a throw-in in the attacking half.
Yeah, it's still a little slippery. The field's still a little wet from this morning. This looks like the clouds have came back, and I see rain in the distance. Hope it doesn't come here necessarily, but
yeah, I did mention there was a brief chance or a low chance of rain here.
It's Oregon. There's always a high chance of rain.
It is turned from 35 to 90% actually at 1 o'clock, so those rain clouds are probably headed towards us. It's been a dry affair so far. Foot race between Sanders on the sideline with number 24, Larson, who's now played on the left side, or just there for the time being. Going to come back in, Gracia Larson. Here are the 2 Whitman changes first. Matthew will leave the game for number 20, Reese Cholera, a freshman from Jessup, Pennsylvania, out of Valley View High School. And another change, here comes Bailey Bell, number 12 up top, leading scorer, second in the conference with 6 goals, number 12, sophomore from Philomath, Oregon.
I was wondering when she was going to come to this game. 30 minutes later, she finally does. So we'll see if maybe she can equalize for this Whitman team. As giveaway there, here comes Sang.
Taniguchi to Quaggas. Quaggas, can she keep it? She's got 2 ladies on her and does well to play back to Waters. Brisson's touch forward. Can she keep it in? Requires a
Oh,
sliding challenge. Clean.
it's all clean there.
Brisson, a smile on her face, knows that was a good tackle.
It's a brilliant
from
tackle.
the substitute, number 20, Cholera.
Yeah, so rain in about, actually, when we get to the end of the half, it's going to be the last dry minutes that we get. It's going to sing rain in about 15 minutes time, and, we'll be going on for the next hour as Brisson goes down there, but no foul, says the ref.
Get back up, says the center official. Here's Bailey Bell. You can see the pace she possesses up top. And like you mentioned in the pregame, Noah, second in the conference in goals, but hasn't scored since these two teams met in that 1-1 draw all the way back in September 20th, nearly a month ago. So she'd like to get her goal-scoring boots back on with Whitman down a goal at the current moment. 2-1, 3 goals so far in this first half.
Yeah, but, the best defenses know how to neutralize the best players, and, I think it's why Bell hasn't sort of been able to.
Here comes Whitman, turnover by Sanders. That is Cohen.
Good clear.
Waters, a clearance slash pass to Garcia, turns it over.
Sanders has to get on the end of that. She has to keep it in, too. Went off of, I think it was one of those Fector went off of, but.
Plays it out either way. It's been a pretty even first half so far, too. Shots just in favor of the Blues, 3-2. Both teams have 2 shots on goal. Pascal making the only save of the game so far. And the Boxers are having the only corner.
Yeah, Emery Lash tried to win a PK down the right. That's why she fell. But ref not falling for that. It's one thing you're going to see a lot in the box. Whitman's going to try and sort of win those fouls. And a PK in is
great ball over the head of Quaggas. Here's number 11, bodied by Sanders, and it's going to be called a foul. Soft for my liking.
Wow.
What did you see there, Noah?
I mean, you could argue it's excessive force, but you could also argue it's a flop. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really see extension of a shoulder there, but yeah. So, be interesting to see who takes this here. I see number 25,
Cohen
Meredith Bromley.
Cohen with Lash, who earned the foul.
Lash is going to take this.
I would guess so. This is a great spot for a right footer. Ideal. This is a dangerous free kick for Whitman.
This is going to be a shot here. She's going to try and put it top left. You can see there's a lane.
Here's Lash. Trying to go underneath the wall. Second bite at the apple. Another block by the wall from Taniguchi. Into the middle.
Oh,
and Bailey Bell
wow.
from point-blank range. Misses an absolute sitter for her 7th goal of the year. And the Boxers just hang on.
You cannot sky the ball inside 6 yards. I don't know if Bell, just hit sort of her knee or Pacific make their first changes this half. Well, first major changes, I should say. It's I think it's about 3 that came off there, but
triple change. Try and get those for you, and I'll let you finish your thought. But Sang coming off, Hara coming off, and Garcia coming off, and coming on as Sugiyama, Jackson, and me. But, yeah, no, as you were saying, I think the ball was just whipped in so hard at point-blank range, it was kind of hard to keep the ball down. Yeah. But she'll want that one back for sure, I think.
That's Pacific going to get away with that.
Ball in by Lash, put in with some pace, causing the Boxers problems. Jackson, Megs, Larson. Here's Briston on the left-hand side with me in the middle, finding Jackson. Playing back to Brisson. They like to combine on the near side. Don't really look to switch the field that often as a team, but combine well in tight spaces.
So crucially, Garcia and Hara are both off right now, and so for Whitman, I think that's going to sort of change their approach a little bit. They're probably going to be really aggressive, knowing that Pacific's 2 goal scorers this game are not on the field. You see.
Here's Lash. Getting past Brisson. Dangerous ball in the middle, cleared by Quaggas. Another change coming in the game for Whitman as well.
Shove from Brisson. If Lash goes down there, it's a foul and probably a yellow card, but ref gave advantage there. Looks like. Heard some of the Whitman fans sort of not happy about that one.
Throw in, McKean. Here's Lash. Say the players of the game so far for Whitman, the goal scorer Leah Barnes and Amori Lash looking the most lively, and so far in this one, Leah Barnes with 3 shots and 2 shots on goal in just 35 minutes of play. Here's the captain, Glorioso, playing out wide to Sand. Sand, here's Barnes. One-on-one against Taniguchi. Past Taniguchi. Here comes Sanders, who clears
Brilliant.
it off Barnes. Good
Goal kick.
defending, goal kick Pacific.
So another change I see is looks like Sugiyama's in the game for Sang. So as you said yesterday, Sugiyama was playing really well yesterday. So
she had 3 shots and 2 shots on goal in a season high 89 minutes yesterday.
Maybe she gets a goal this game, but the coaches have come onto the field, it looks like.
Athletic training staff for Pacific. I see Tony Walther there. Didn't see what happened. I think it's number 2,
Brisson.
Beth Brisson.
As ref signaled a concussion check on Brisson,
Okay.
I wonder.
Most likely, that's why the game has been stopped.
And Brisson never sort of went to the ground or took a knee, and usually a ref would signal a stoppage because of an injury. So I wonder
going to make a change as well. Riley Larson coming
Larson's in.
So didn't see what happened there with Brisson. Probably a head injury. Just going to make sure she's okay.
I wonder if we could maybe get a replay on that. Probably not, since you can't really find out where. I never saw anything with Brisson. I wonder if she just got hit in the head with a ball or has head-to-head contact. But that's a loss. That's a really big loss. Brisson's been playing really good this game, sort of dribbling
nice
up
flick
the
on
field.
from Jackson, looking for Sugiyama. Jackson gets the ball from the Blues.
Needs help. She's found it.
Taniguchi again to Jackson. Jackson gets some touches quickly here off the bench.
Not sure if me should
Started yesterday.
put that back in the middle there. See Fector now coming up.
Fector, a very physical player, gets Barnes off the ball. Quite the athlete for the Boxers. Sanders with plenty of daylight between her and Bell. Bailey Bell also on the tennis team at Whitman as well. So a dual sport athlete.
I have a cross-country teammate who's also a dual sport athlete, Allie Heinley. She does tennis as well as cross-country. She's really good at cross-country and pretty solid tennis from what I've heard. So it's really common in D3 colleges that you'll see these dual sport athletes.
For sure. And I know you do cross-country, Noah, but are you going to do track this spring as well?
Yeah.
So would you call yourself a dual sport athlete? Are you going to count that?
Us distance runners would count that, obviously. Was going to do golf here, but here's a Larson.
Yeah, Larson trying to make an immediate impact. Pass to Sugiyama, dispossessed by Chloe Anderson now in midfield, the sophomore from Missoula, Montana, same hometown as head coach Kellen McNamara. Also went to the same high school as the Boxers head coach. Went to Hellgate High School. McNamara in his second season. Played with the Boxers for 4 years in the 2010s and late 2000s.
It's a shame that last play because Jackson's making a run towards the left side to open up some space for maybe Fector to run in as another stoppage. I was talking to LME.
And has it
Wow,
happened again?
jeez.
I think there might be earrings again on the pitch.
Oh my goodness.
Haven't seen this yet this season here in the Grove. I think it's for the second time. Just speculating here, not sure.
No, Me's now off the field. So it looks like a substitution could be getting made.
I think the far side assistant referee signaling a change, and it will be. So not sure what was up with that with me. Coming into the game, believe looks to be, that's number 16, Angelina Coster.
So she's
game.
back from injury. First game in quite a while, so we'll see how she does. But
Yeah,
now she's playing up. Her natural position is sort of a right back that plays a bit inverted. As now she's with the ball.
Yeah, Coster played 10 minutes yesterday off the bench, but like you said, no, come back from injury. Larson wide open on the far side. Here she is on
Brilliant.
the ball. First time back to Jackson. Getting mixed up between the two.
Help.
Jackson will claim. And Boxers have 6 minutes and change to see if they can Larson their
good.
lead. Great through ball to Larson. Can she get there between McKean? Good step over from the Minnesota native. First time ball to Jackson. Sugiyama onside on her left foot.
Oh.
And a shot on goal. Eleanor Johnson makes her first save of the game.
Surprised Sugiyama didn't try to put it right post there. Not sure if it was just sort of what us strikers call the magnet foot. As you see there. Yeah, interesting.
Just
I
not
also,
a great shot, right?
I mean, she's
Right
a
at the
lefty,
keeper.
so it's a bit harder, but I also wonder if she's trying to go near and high. But
And honestly, I would say no. She had so much time and space. She probably could have put the ball on her preferred right foot
I
and
think,
slotted it back
yeah,
post like
I think
Garcia
she
did.
was worried, there was sort of a defender on her back shoulder and she sort of had to get rid of the ball. But yeah, as you said, she did have time, but
Sugiyama's looked good these past couple games for the senior in her last season for Pacific.
I'll tell you what, for Lena Costa, for someone whose natural position's right back, she's playing really well up front. Has to be said. I wonder if McNamara has sort of done some drills with that, and it's improved every player.
Yeah, he's been kind of mixing things up top. Yesterday, saw Fechter's been a defender play up there, but a natural center forward. But yeah, Costa, a natural defender, getting put up top for the freshman. So see, kind of what they did yesterday as well. The Boxers kind of put it in some reserves late in the first half to see if they can cause some havoc up top.
Absolutely.
Flicked on here to Larson. So we got a Gracia Larson and a Riley Larson, both here on the right-hand side. Number 24, Gracia Larson for Whitman, a senior from Vancouver, Washington, out of Columbia River High School, just over the Columbia.
Seniors.
Both seniors, both named Larson, both in the Northwest Conference. The parallels
Unfortunately not related.
Striking. Yeah, not related. I'm going to go ahead and make that assumption.
Oh, brilliant there.
Quagga's ball out to Fechter.
Gonna give a ball in the middle.
Cross is close to Jackson, who would have been wide open, but too close to Johnson.
I wonder if that was deflected, actually. It did look like it took a weird little bounce there, but that was really good there from Pacific, and really good from Fechter to see there's all that space, and she needs to make a run to it. That's what McNamara wants to do, is give Fechter that space to just sort of speed down the pitch and, get a touch, give a pass in the middle, and it's a foul there. Looks like Riley Larson wins it.
And
handball.
Handball called. Just want to make another clarification. We're kind of all over the place with the goalkeeper. Shanice Still actually is the starter in this game, as confirmed by our live stats, the number one in net. So we'll expect to see Eleanor Johnson here in the second half. But Shanice Still, so far today in goal, has conceded 2 goals, but has made 2 saves, one off a cross, one off a shot from Sugiyama. Here is Sugiyama on the ball. That pass too far in front from Fechter, but Barnes let her have it.
Fechter was a little hesitant there. I think at first she was going to try and play Johnson and then realized, wait a minute, I could get to this ball. And see Ryan Jackson here trying to find some help. She's got Santos.
Left-hand side. Another senior from Hawaii for the Boxers. That's number 20. Had a nice sliding challenge earlier in cholera from all the way from Pennsylvania to Walla Walla, Washington, from Jessup. Here is Larson trying to control against Santos. Keeps the ball in to the other Larson, Riley Larson. Going to have to clarify those. Quaggas air in touch to Barnes. Barnes, great pass. Can she keep it in?
Too far.
Lash.
Just got in.
Then the turf
monster
gets her. Strikes once again, Noah.
Yeah, it's a bit tough when it's wet turf. The ball sort of moves.
Did really well to get there, though.
Yeah, it's more slick, the turf, when it's wet, instead of grass when it seems sort of more heavy and muddy and gross. And yeah, I actually would argue that it's faster running on wet turf, and then grass, it's actually a lot slower. It feels like. So.
Sanders taking the goal kick. So interesting. Pasquale not taking
foul.
The goal
Wow.
kicks. It's been Sanders mostly.
I wonder what that foul's for.
I'm wondering the same thing, but a foul called with less than 2 minutes remaining in the half.
Yeah, Glorioso is going to
take it quickly to Sand from captain to captain. Both of them in their actually senior for Glorioso and a junior for Sand, or both juniors, excuse me. Pretty young team looking at this roster. Only a couple of seniors, 4 of them on the roster for the Blues. 2 junior captains in Sand and Glorioso. Sanders, let that one smartly roll out of play for a goal kick. We'll see if Sanders takes this one. And minute 20 remaining in the half.
I wonder if Pacific will make one last push for a third goal maybe. Having a 2-goal lead going in the half makes you feel better than having a 2-1 lead going in the half, has to be said. But I think they also might just sort of let this calm down, save the players' energy, and, give a good rest. It's good to go in the halftime with the lead.
Sugiyama in midfield with a minute remaining in the game. Larson going to play back to Waters under pressure. Time running out in the half. Got to get the ball upfield with 50 seconds. Sanders. Driven ball into the middle. Headed away by McKean. Cohen to Barnes. Now Whitman has a chance with 30 seconds to go. If they can get themselves a field. Nice cut on Jackson
brilliant.
From Sand. Sand entry pass. Quaggas gets the end of that one. Here's Barnes. Sliding challenge from Sanders.
Let
Successful.
Barnes keep that.
Not sure how, but she did. 15 seconds about left in the game. Now that is the case. Ball in. Taniguchi clears it off Sukiyama's head. Here's a shot from Lash. That's going to go out for a corner, but they only have a couple seconds to take it. They're not going to have time to take the corner kick. And so that will do it for the first half. A thrilling first half here at Hanson Stadium. Boxers up 2-1 after 45 minutes of action with a season-high 2 goals in conference play. We'll get you your halftime report with stats coming up shortly here during the halftime break. Evan Blyer with Noah Gonzalez will be back for the halftime report in just a little bit.
I was so hard-headed at first. My grandma didn't even believe in me. I kept going though. All I can say is I told you. Jury at the bank now in the vault. You should have never doubted me. I'ma work to my last breath. I'ma hustle to my last breath. I got angels all around me, yeah, yeah. I got love all around me, yeah, yeah. I be a fighter to the end, to my last breath. I'ma hustle to my last breath.
Let's play volleyball.
This is where they stay crunk, throw it up. Dubs on the Cadillac, white tees, Nikes. Gangsters don't know how to act. Adamsville, Bankhead, College Park, Carver Homes. Hummus floating on chrome, choking on that homegrown. Pick up that southern cooking, they got them fellas looking. Thinking I was easy, I can see it. That's when I say no. What for? Shorty can't handle this. Ever got that fire like, oh. Round here we riding slow. We keep it dirty, you should know. Getting crunk off in the club, we get low. Oh, oh, oh. All my ladies to the floor. Handle it, ladies, bag it up. Getting crunk off in the club, we get low. Ready, take a new whip, paint strip into a bowling ball. Still spoke, honey spoke with grain on the wall. Light skin, big chicks, fellas call them red bone. Close cuts, braids, long gangsters, love them all. Pick up that that southern cooking that got them fellas looking. Wishing I was easy, I can see it. That's when I say no. What for? Shawty can't handle this era, got that fire like round here we ride slow. We keep it good, you should know. Getting crunk off you, the heavy gets loaded. All my ladies to the floor.
And welcome back to Let It Better Field at Hampton Stadium on the Boxer Sports Network. Halftime score 2-1 here in Northwest Conference play between the Boxers and the Blues. Early in the game, in the 7th minute, Garcia opened the scoring with a third goal of the season, assisted by Sangan, her first assist of the season. And then the Blues bounced right back with Leah Barnes in the 13th minute to make it 1-1. And then Hara scored a wonder goal in the 21st minute, also an assist created by herself to make it 2-1 just in 20 minutes of play. And it's been a pretty even contest, though. 2 goals to the Boxers, 1 goal to the Blues. The Blues have shots 5-4. Boxers have shots on goal 4-2. And the Blues have made 2 saves, so still making the 2 saves, and Pasquale making the 1. And so, Noah, based on all those facts and the amount of goals that we saw in this game and pretty even contest, what did you make of the first 45?
I'll tell you what, for you Premier League fans, this is a lot like the Palace and Bournemouth yesterday. So it's a shootout right now. You know, I think obviously to start the game, you know, Garcia had that brilliant through ball from Sang, was able to put it bottom right. You know, and Whitman, of course, answered back fairly quickly with a Barnes touch in, and then Hara's maybe goal of the season, hopefully, you know,
right.
Just maybe one of the most class goals I've ever seen. But it's an offensive shootout right now, you know, and I think for this second half, it's going to be really important, you know, for both back lines to just not allow anymore, you know. Defense wins games, defense wins championships, right. You know, and in high-scoring games like these, it's super important, you know. Don't give away PKs, don't give away any passing lanes or shooting lanes, you know. I think you're going to see a lot of zone sort of defense from the midfield, you know, from these specific Boxers, you know, going in the second half. Not sure if we'll see, you know, as much offense as we saw in the first half from them, you know, just because they're trying to protect the lead. But, you know, I like what they did at the end, putting Coster up
Right.
there.
Yeah.
It just looked like, they were able to get more possession and obviously it helps, because you can't have Garcia and Hara on the field for a whole 90 minutes. It's just not sustainable.
Especially with their schedule as well, right? With all the
Right.
close games.
Right. And one thing about Whitman, you can see what they're doing is they are loading up this specific back line. They are loading it up with about like four, sort of wingers and forwards, and what they're trying to do is give their midfield space, it's either take a shot, maybe a through ball over their heads, to get a deflection. So Pacific's got to really watch out for that. I think it's really important that they do. But, I'll tell you what, it's really entertaining for us,
Oh, yeah.
from the booth, but it's going to be really, really physical and really tight, these next 45, because
It's a huge game for both teams
Yeah.
as well, right next to each other in the standings, 5th and 4th place. And these are both teams that usually are defensively minded and have tied a lot of games this year, but they're both playing some very good offensive stuff this afternoon. So Evan Blyer with Noah Gonzalez, that'll do it for your halftime report here at Hanson Stadium. We'll be back for the second half shortly with 45 minutes to go.
Somebody remind me where I am. That's right, I'm at home, yeah, I'm right where I belong. Girl, you say you feeling faded, well, me too. The smoke is getting blown and the drinks are super strong. I know they ain't getting money like we do, so it's on. I was looking for the one, now I'm feeling dumb for thinking it was you. I was wrong. Now I'm back up in this bitch, going harder than I did. Watch me do it, and I'ma do it all. Feeling like the old me, you don't even know me. I'ma do it all, I'ma do it all. It's probably why I'm back up in this bitch, going harder than I did. Watch me do it.
Hi, I'm Paige, and I'm passing the phone who listens to country music.
I'm Garrett. I'm passing the phone to somebody with a sweet tattoo.
Hi, my name is Logan, and I'm passing the phone to a Disney adult.
Arpin.
Hi, I'm TJ, and I'm passing the phone to someone who's cracked at mat ball but can't wrestle this season.
Hi, I'm Lorelai. I'm passing the phone to the person that always forgets people's names.
Hi, I'm Mac, and I'm passing the phone to that one girl.
My name is Audrey, and I am the team captain. And now I'm going to pass the phone to the girl that never fails to make me laugh.
Hi, I'm Sky, and I'm passing the phone to a Tongsudo queen.
Hey, I'm Zoe, and I'm passing the phone to the girl who's the most motivated when she loses a match.
Hi, it's Paige again, and I'm going to pass the phone to the lightweight on the team.
Okay, go.
Wipe cheek. And say, lip cheek. What way?
And second half getting ready to commence here at Hanson Stadium. An exciting first 45 minutes, 45 more to go. Boxers now going from left to right, and the Blues going from right to left across your screens. Saw 3 good goals, 2 really nice goals for the Boxers, showing some offensive power between two sides that are right next to each other in the standings, so very important game. And now we're underway looking at the lineup here for the second half for both teams, almost as if they started. The Boxers, it's going to be how they started the game. And for the Blues, it's going to be their starters except for Cohen and Lash to start the second half. Factor into Garcia. Garcia sends Glorioso to the turf. Good idea. Nearly kept it in.
Yeah, she puts it over the top of Hara. Then Hara probably has, I think that's Sang, who's going to just run in the middle. But, yeah, so like I predicted, Garcia and Hara back in, as well as Sang. I think all I can, like I was talking to you, right before we started, what's probably going to happen is you're going to have Garcia, Hara, and Sang come on for 15 minutes, come off for 10, and then those last 15, they're sort of going to come back on and, sort of one last push. This Whitman Blues team, they're going to have to sort of be more offensive than I think they,
have been.
Yeah, especially down 2-1. But you see Pacific, they're sort of running 6 back almost, which, as we
5
thought.
Back with 2 6s. So
yes.
7 back with
but
three players in front of the ball.
We thought that was going to happen. It was, a foul there.
I mean, this is
Santos on. So that's going to be a set piece opportunity then for Whitman.
Stopping the clock as well, the center official. But, yeah, Boxers, a good defensive team. Tied a lot of games, a lot of scoreless draws.
So Emma Foley's going to take this. She's right-footed, so I think this is going to be a ball to the middle here. See the bow on the wall. Yeah, it's going to be a ball in the middle.
Outswinger from the righty. The number 10 raises the arm. Delivery, decent spot in the middle. Off of Cohen's thigh. Cortez Muniz juggling the ball in the box. Trying to get it to Foley, and a great clearance from
Brisson.
Looks like Brisson. So that's the only change to the starting lineup to start the second half.
That's huge, too, as Muskin gets that ball. Just, reach there. That's huge for Pacific. Brisson obviously had to come off the field for what we think was sort of a head injury or concussion protocol check. Ref signaled for her to leave the field. And Brisson been playing really good this game, too, when she's been in. So that's nice if you're Kay McNamara there. But as Pascal takes this goal kick then.
And also need to mention the change in goal for the Blues as we expected. But not Eleanor Johnson. It's actually Alyssa Murakami in goal, a freshman from Honolulu, Hawaii, went to Punahou School. Getting the start for this game for the Blues.
I wonder if Johnson's injured or something like that. But, yeah, we haven't really seen Hammer play that many games this season.
I believe it's her first game of her college career. No stats on her for the first-year biology major.
Interesting there. Especially down 2-1, too. I'm shocked you.
In a game they really want to win, 100%.
Yeah, I'm really, unless...
Here's Cohen, though. Nice ball out. Let you finish that thought in a second. On the wing, here is the Blues. That was number 26, I believe,
Might have left
Cohen.
The pitch. It has.
On the right-hand side.
Onto the other one.
Oh, it did go over to the football practice field here at Lincoln Park.
Yeah, I'm shocked you put the freshman, Emerson Hammer, in a situation where, unless Johnson's injured or still, something's wrong. I mean, I'm really shocked that you put her in this situation when, your team's down 2-1. Just, it doesn't really make sense to me, but I guess, head coach Michelle Voiland knows something we don't, but yeah, interesting there.
Ball in from Sand. On the wing there now is Chloe Anderson. So another change to the starting lineup. Sanders sends that one.
Oh, that's left the pitch. Bounced over the fence.
Center.
Bounced over the fence. Stoller center it goes. It's 2 balls now have left the pitch from both ends.
Yeah, it was
North
a
and
very,
south.
very rhythmic, very fun to watch first half. Bit of a choppy start in the second half. Wind picking up. Predicted rain to start in just a couple of minutes, but nothing serious. Should be some light sprinkling. Here's Hara down the right-hand side.
Just needs help.
Score the
There
second
you
goal
go.
for the Boxers.
Oh.
Good idea. Just good read by Cortez Muniz in midfield.
Absolutely.
Barnes back to Baba. Baba. Barnes. Good possession. Or excuse me, Foley. Good possession from the Blues.
Can't tell what Muniz is playing. She's playing as sort of a number 10 that's everywhere. Maybe a right back. It's really fluid, Whitman is playing now. Kind of how Pacific has been in the first half, just really fluid. Even seen defenders up top.
Lash back to McKean. Here is Anderson, who is actually playing a kind of very advanced in the front half, but more of a fullback position. Whitman looking to be playing a 4-3-3 in this one, with the back four of Sand, Glorioso, McKean, and Anderson. Midfield of Barnes, Baba, Cortez Muniz, and up top, wide left, is Lash, Cohen, and Foley. Kind of a traditional 4-3-3 against the Boxers' 3-5-2. Anderson looks lively to start the second half. Cross is blocked by Santos. And one thing I can appreciate from the Boxers' defensive back line is they're very good at clearing the ball. It is a skill to put balls in good areas and get it out of danger.
Yeah, Pacific's playing sort of a zone defense now. It's why Whitman's sort of been holding the ball for a really long time in that back line. There's just no passing lanes, really. As you know, even Whitman just loading up Pacific's back line. There's just no passing lanes at all. Here's Hara. She's gonna give it out to Fector here.
Beth Brisson on the left-hand side.
Oh, never mind. That is Brisson.
Fector's here on the right, playing right wing back.
I got my sides mixed up.
Two blondes playing wing backs. It's all right. Brisson into the middle, trying to find Hara. Turns it over to Cortez Muniz. Here is Cohen, who gives it right back to the Boxers. Fector right back to the Blues. So got to try and control the rhythm of this game a little bit as Murakami, the true freshman, picks it up.
Was that an intentional pass back there?
Yeah, I heard your little gasp there.
The ref was not looking.
Sure.
The ref was not looking. I saw his eyes. He was not looking at all. Interesting.
Maybe getting away with something there.
About that.
Good ball in.
It's a really good ball
Going around Pasquale. Open net. Blocked off the line from Waters. That could be a game-winning tackle for the Boxers. That was a great ball in by Sanda Cohen. Went around Pasquale. And Ruby Waters saves Pasquale.
Not sure if we'll get a replay on that, but once again, Ruby Waters proves why she's the best defender that the Pacific Boxers team has. Such composure there, you know, saving her goalkeeper, knows her Pasquale's going to go up, so she sort of guards the goal, you know, just in case. And yeah, I've been high on her ever since, you know, preseason. She just is such a good center back, and keeps this game 2-1 here. Is yeah, really good chance for Whitman there. It's like I said, you know, they're probably going to start, you know, be really aggressive, especially on counterattacks there. And, you know, that's a scare that Boxers sort of escape there, but definitely going to need to neutralize those counterattacks as well.
Yeah, Boxers still have a lead to protect, and Ruby Waters keeps the game at 2-1. Has looked really good to start this second half in particular. Sand on the ball, back to McKean. Boxers coming out really defending, like you said, zonally, allowing the Blues to have a lot of the ball. But still plenty of time left in this game, over 35 minutes. Boxers have a lead to protect. Good win by Brisson. Doesn't really have any help, though. Plays it square to Garcia, just not enough pace on the pass. Cortez Muniz doing really well in there. The 5'6" junior midfielder to clean things up on defense for the Blues. Here's Baba trying to get around Sanders. Santos flicks it to Taniguchi. Taniguchi with a nutmeg somehow on Cohen. Not sure how much she meant to do that, but cheeky nutmeg regardless. Wide open.
Hector put her arms up there.
Yes, sir.
Hoping Stang would find her. She did.
Garcia was open on that far hand
Yeah,
side. Fector could have found her.
I think Fector was trying to find an angle to give to Hara. 'Cause, I mean, Hara was sort of calling for it too, but it was a bit awkward there. The left center back for Whitman, can't tell what that is. I think that's it looks like Kiki Gloriso was playing her really well there. Here's a through ball to Meredith Bromley.
Avery Cohen plays back to
Waters went up really
Sands.
high there to play her. That's one matchup you're seeing, Waters and Bromley, and it's sort of switching then, and Waters has to go on Lash. I mean, I think that's what Whitman's doing, just trying to confuse this back line a little bit with sort of interchange as far as Avery Cohen is up there. But, yeah, I mean, it just looks like Whitman's just trying to sort of interchange, their forwards, a lot of, just trying to confuse this Boxer back line and try and draw one defender, confuse the back line, and then, someone's open. But so Pasquale's going to let this ball go out. It hits a flag. It hits the flag, and it's a throw-in then.
A deep
throw.
Wow. Pinning the Boxers. Looks like Fector's going to take deep in their own half.
I think Kylie Pasquale thought that ball was going to go out for a goal kick, but just misjudged maybe the roll. I mean, this turf field is a bit sloped, irrigated. But
Sanders header to Fector on the near-hand side. Fector hits it off Barnes. Will be a Boxer throw. But, yeah, Boxers haven't had a whole lot of the ball so far in the second half with a lot of time left. What would you recommend for the Boxers to, keep this goal lead? And there's a lot of time left on the clock to just sit back and defend the last 30.
I mean, I am shocked they're not trying to score another one, and that they've sort of changed what they were doing in the first half. I get, you don't want to give up a goal, but at the same time, you can't allow Whitman to be so offensive that they start getting more chances, I mean, it's just a fact, especially when you have over half an hour left still, Try and get another one. Try and make it 3-1. Have a bit of a cushion. And then, you can sort of manage the game your way as you see Leah Barnes there got the touch. And it's going to be a foul one. Fector's not happy about it, but it was clear and obvious challenge there on Emery Lash there.
Yeah.
She's hurt. She's down at the moment.
Sanders, she got some of the ball, some of the player, so that's always going to go to the advantage of the attacker.
But I mean that's a bit reckless there. I'm afraid might even be lucky she's escaping the car, but
see Riley Larson going to come into this game soon alongside assistant coach Scott Wood in his second season with the women.
Avery Cohen took that quickly.
Here is Blues top on the box with Foley, who turns it over back to the midfield stripe with McKean.
Yeah, I mean that's how much offensively Whitman's playing. They only have one back, and I mean one back. They have a center back and two of their wing backs going up. That's how desperate they are to equalize this game so early on. They know it's a long game. They know that to score 2 goals, it might have to take, just under 32 minutes. That was really good touch there from Lash, give to Cohen, and
Lashes looks good in this one.
Oh.
Great through ball to Barnes, perfectly weighted. Going to go end line on the left-hand side. He's got some numbers in the box. Left foot blocked by, once again, Waters and cleared by Sanders. That was the real first dangerous look of the second half.
That was really good from Lash to sort of pick out Barnes there. He knows that it was off Sanders' back shoulder, and Barnes was able to get a lot of space there. There's a ball
nice in-swinger ball from the left fullback, Sand, who gets involved in the attack a lot for the Blues. The number 3 doesn't have a goal contribution yet this year, but does have 5 shots as a fullback. We can see the type of offensive talent she has.
Yeah, Whitman making a change now.
Here comes Riley Larson for Beth Brisson for right wing back, and then Bailey Bell back in the game.
Emery Lash comes off.
Emery Lash.
Yeah, sorry, Emery Lash. Yeah, so interesting. Oh, I wonder if they're going to switch around, maybe move Cohen back, because now Bell is playing up top, and Pacific's going to make another change here. It looks like, or that's that's
Brisson picking up the penny.
Picking up the penny.
Doing her duty to help out the referees. Fector prevents Bell from getting the ball. Bell had a golden opportunity to equalize things in the first half.
Oh, yeah, you can't really let Bell get a touch on the ball or else, that could be trouble.
Sand, first time ball with the left foot, bouncing off the groin of Santos. Larson gets a touch. Cut back Cortez Muniz. Top of the box on her left foot. Tackles flying in. Taniguchi and Larson clears.
Really good tackle from Taniguchi there. That's probably another touch and a shot. She's not there.
Baba to Cohen. Over the head of Waters. Santos right back into the mixer. Barnes heads it back to Cohen. Whitman on the attack. Nice nutmeg sand on Fector. Left foot in swinger ball. And a crucial header from Waters. And Boxers just trying to get the ball out of their half, and Whitman's not letting them.
Yeah, one thing Pacific's have to be really careful of is those high kicks in the box. The refs are starting to call those nowadays, and there's been some where it's been really close. And I think that's also why Whitman's putting the ball in the middle, too, in these awkward bounces to force Pacific player to sort of do a high kick. Because you don't really have the awareness if you have a player right by you for a high kick at all, too. It's really almost the only thing you can do in that situation, too. So, but yeah, Whitman's. If there was a possession meter for the second half, it's probably 90% Whitman, 10% Pacific at the moment.
Which was not the case in the first half. It was really end-to-end stuff in the first half. And
Factor just cleared it there. Just no sort of interest in dribbling down the field. The Pacific's trying to play park the bus here. I'm not sure why when you have, just under 29 minutes left. But see Hara come up there, the pressure.
I mean, the Boxers, I've mentioned, they've had 5 scoreless draws, including on the year. They have 2 wins and 5 draws where they didn't concede. So they haven't conceded in 7 games that they've played out of 14. So half the games they haven't conceded. So this has been a good defense. So they're putting all their money. They're going all in poker terms on their defense to win them this game. As of the current moment, haven't really created much of anything offensively yet in the second half. Larson heads
that's
it back
a really
in.
good one. Thought that was going to Hara from our angle.
Clears, past Baba. Santos back on it. Finds Waters, who had a goal line clearance in the second half.
Bit risky there to a pullback in the middle.
Back to Pasquale. Larson, another header. Ball's going to bounce to Garcia, who leads the teams in points this season. Now with 8 points with 3 goals and 2 assists.
Looks like Whitman's sort of double teaming too, whoever has the ball for Pacific.
Bell gives it back to the Boxers. Santos. Back to Fector. Looking into midfield to Hara and Sand.
Oh, that's awkward.
Clear into the box. This will cause some problems, and Pasquale gets it.
Good there.
And Waters helps out, shields Bell from getting to Pasquale.
Bell almost ended her goal drought there.
Almost.
But, yeah, I mean, you're seeing Whitman with a lot of intensity, with pressuring and double teaming. It's working out for them too, and it looks like they're also playing zone with their front line too.
Great footwork from Taniguchi.
Brilliant.
Plays wide to Fector. Down the line for Garcia. Glorioso does well to defend. Back to Murakami. Over the head of Cortez Muniz. A lot of headers here in the second half. Ball hasn't been on the carpet as much as we saw in the first half, but Boxers threatening a little bit.
Oh,
Ball
Hara.
bounces to Hara, but good defending from Barnes. She gets
she went to foul there too.
Tripped up.
Went to foul there from Hara. Man, you thought maybe Hara's gonna have a brace there. Maybe was gonna have room to take a shot there. That was really good from Barnes there to win the foul. Let's see Catherine Sand taking it up.
Yeah, Rissa Hara is actually my downstairs neighbor.
Really?
In the apartment complex on campus. Has had a really good game. Bell cuts Sanders on her left foot. Ball in. Waters, Aaron clears top of the box. First time Anderson, a golden opportunity. A muffed clearance from Waters. And Anderson might have hit that one through the uprights behind the soccer goal there. Going to want that one back.
Yeah, we kind of saw a lot of that in warm-ups, was Whitman sort of just getting way too under the ball and sort of sending it to the moon. But
And that'll
They
be
made 2 changes there, it looks like, too.
Cohen and Anderson, who just shot one over the bar, coming off for Ella Johnson. And the other change in Karina Matthew, going to play right back for Anderson. And then in midfield, it's going to be Cohen coming out of the game for Ella Johnson.
Oh, good win there from Hara.
Here's Sand, the number 3, cutting back on her left foot to the substitute Johnson. Back to Glorioso. Here's Sand. Loves a ball, an early cross from the fullback position. Barnes' shot dribbles over the goal line.
Yeah, so it looks like Pacific's getting ready to make 2 changes. Trying to see who that's.
Looks like Jackson Sugiyama.
Yeah.
My eyes do not deceive me.
Yeah, I mean, I told you it was probably going to be at some point, probably going to be maybe either Garcia or Hara is going to come out, I would think. Not sure if McNamara plans to have him come back in, just because parking the bus and everything. Is there are many changes now. Looks like Whitman's going to make 1 change too.
They were going to sneak that change in. Garcia's going to get some rest middle of the half, so you called that one. So some starters getting some rest.
Sugiyama comes in for Taniguchi, it looks like.
Correct. And coming back into the game is Gracia Larson. And
playing, she's going to play up top with
Emma
Bell,
Foley
looks like.
leaving the game.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So Larson actually has come up to play up front with Bell. So I think, Whitman's adding more and more offensive power up there.
Yeah, we'll see whether Bell kind of plays more of a left winger is up top alongside Larson. I think they're still playing in a 4-3-3, but you're right, Noah. The more they're down, the more numbers they're going to put forward.
Ball went out there. Looks like it from here, too. This will be a Pacific throw.
Fector will take it. From game-winning goals to last-minute heroics, NWC/Boxer Soccer lives here. Watch live games across conferences with Flow College. Stream now at flowsports.tv/NWC. That's flosports.tv/NWC. As Pasquale collects that one in front of a pressing Bell. With 23 minutes remaining in the half, the Bucks have had a little bit more chances. Not really created a chance on goal, but had more of the ball in the Blues' half. But an insurance goal would do the Boxers wonders. Still up here, 2-1.
Pasquale was holding on to the ball really long time there. As you know, the new rule, 8 seconds.
Correct, yeah.
Keeper holds on for more than that. It's
opposing team's corner. Nice nutmeg from Santos on Matthew, but loses it to Cortez Muniz in a bad area. Here is Baba. Going end line. Can she get the cross? She does, but goes out of bounds behind the goal. Boxer, goal kick.
So Hara is still in the game. I wonder if she's either going to see it out or come off with about 10 minutes left, and that'll be the end for her. But
yeah, and the history of this matchup and the time these teams have faced throughout North Conference play, it's been pretty even. Boxers 10 wins to Whitman's 12 wins and 6 draws. But the Boxers haven't won since 2023 against the Blues here in Forest Grove, a 1-0 win. Now in their 29th meeting. Here is Glorioso, Kiki Glorioso, the number 21 junior from San Diego. Here's Sand, the number 3 from Boise. Johnson trying to find Bell, nearly does. Sanders gets in the end of it, tries to hook it in. Hara keeps it in, well done. Back pass to Fector.
How'd she hook it nearly 180 degrees behind her? That was cool.
Impressive little technique there from Sanders, and Hara keeps the ball in play. Waters with some pressure on her back, does well. Can see Waters comfortable on the ball in the back, which is really helpful. Can play at the 6th position as well. Has played up top in dire games as well.
Oh, Pacific loaded up that women's back line with 3 up, and I don't think it was the right thing to do. They're going to escape there as that ball goes out of play. But I was going to say, women's going to have numbers up there for a counterattack.
Larson taking the throw. Rockford, Minnesota. Another senior for the Boxers. So senior day coming up in just a couple weeks' time. Looking ahead on the Boxer schedule, they play Lewis Clark on Friday. But here come the Blues. Baba onside to Larson. Barnes, the goal scorer, can't put that one on target. That'll be another shot for the Blues. Their 8th of the game. It's been their second half. Boxer's been defending a lot, but off target for Leah Barnes.
Yeah, it was a good idea from her. She's trying to put it back across in the right post, trying to catch some defenders and even goalkeeper Kylie Pasquale off guard, but I think forgot her awareness of where the goal was and was just a bit too wide right. Another chance there for them as they get it back after the goal kick.
Good possession from the Blues. Matthew loses it to Waters. Gives it back to Cortez Muniz. Been really impressed with Cortez Muniz's ability in midfield. Really technical player from Pasco, Washington.
Reminds me of Moises Caicedo in a way.
Oh, wow, that's quite the compliment. I'd love to be compared to Moises Caicedo. No, a Chelsea fan. Loving Moises Caicedo. Here's Leo Barnes getting on her left foot, showing a dangerous dribble.
Waters, man. She's lucky Barnes didn't go out there. I saw a bit of an arm extension there, like a tiny little shove. I wonder if Barnes has some more for Sanders there or something. But, yeah, I mean, I'm surprised women haven't started going down as much as they did in the first half, when they were in the box.
Brilliant half turn from Larson, but loses it to Baba from Riley Larson.
Oh, Megs Hara.
Somehow Megs Hara on that play. Here's Sand. Great tackle from Vector.
Brilliant.
She's a physical player. She'll win 50-50s for the Boxers, but
got to
keep the ball.
Yeah, I think bit of miscommunication between her and Raya Jackson. So it looks like another change coming up. See some movement.
Hard to tell.
Back.
See Taniguchi and Garcia. They'll probably come into the game shortly. Probably just making sure the body stays loose, not tightening up.
I am surprised. I think Whitman will probably make some changes with about 15 minutes left. Maybe add an extra midfielder or forward. Take out a defender.
Yeah, like I said, Whitman doesn't really go that deep into their bench. I've only used 5 changes, 5 subs in this game. Boxers have used one more
foul.
than that.
It's going to be a foul on Ruby Wars there. Sort of elbowed, couldn't tell what that was. I think it was Cortez Muniz down.
Yeah, as her teammates give her a high five for earning the foul. Once again, in a dangerous spot.
So it looks like Avery Cohen's going to take the skin. It's probably going to be an outswinger. Man, she is right foot. I mean,
Har's got to give back. Yeah, Matthew was wide open.
Maybe this is a shot, actually. This could be a shot. I mean, I think it's too close for.
And from a lefty would be a shot for sure, but a right-footed taker, probably a delivery. But here's Avery Cohen. Gonna rip the shot. Noah, you were right, but off target. Doesn't threaten the goal of Pasquale.
I mean, it's tough to really, pass in the middle there when you have to get over a wall and keep it below the crossbar. So it kind of forces a shot. It's a bit awkward. I mean, it's a good take, but I mean, unless you've got some power in that, maybe you can hit a swerve kind of shot. It's a bit tough there as foul 1 there. Can't tell who that was that pushed down Waters. I think it was
Baba, I believe.
It's Baba, yeah.
Back, the number 9.
Actually,
Baba.
I think it's probably the first foul that Pacific have won in this game.
Not many. Not too many. I mean, according to live stats, I mean, they've only earned the 1 foul, so that could have been it right there. Or maybe that was their second foul they've earned. So not a whole lot. Sanders will take.
Women's very physical, but they don't commit a lot of fouls. It's a good trait to have.
I'd say it is a good trait, absolutely. Jackson bounces off her shin. Johnson hooks it on. With just over 15 minutes remaining, you can tell Whitman's trying to get on the dire straits. Little banged up there is Barnes, but she gets the ball right back. She's right back into the action. Going to want to keep her in if you're Whitman and head coach Michelle Voiland.
She's played all game, too. I wonder if she's going to be a little tired. Kind of shocked she's been taken out yet for like a quick rest and then quickly back in. But
yeah, yesterday Leah Barnes played a full 90 yesterday, so she might play back-to-back 90s in a weekend. But I can see why.
Vector wins a foul there off Barnes.
Well done, Vector.
That's going to be a matchup. These next 60 minutes is I wonder if the 2 changes are going to come in for Pacific pretty soon. Binoculars are a little blurry.
Taniguchi and Garcia. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, you
All
are.
right.
So I wonder
Nailed
if
it.
so either Jackson's coming out or Hara is. And I only say Hara because I mean she's played all of the second half so far, and I mean let's not injure her, you know.
It might be Sugiyama and Jackson just because they're both bench
Foul
players.
back
Usually
there.
Foul call, but usually last 15 minutes. Very traditional in this conference. You want to put your starters back out there. So you could see what happens with those changes coming in shortly. But after the foul, McKean plays out wide to Karina Matthew. McKean.
My just got a notification. Rain is starting at about 11 minutes time.
Haven't seen the rain though as predicted. It's been very
welcome to Oregon, my friend.
Untrustworthy, I guess, but
welcome to
typical Oregon. Santos clears it as far as Matthew. That's Karina Matthew, excuse me, on the far side.
Bit of time wasting there from Pasquale.
Game management. Part of the game.
Just gotta get rid of it.
3 changes coming in for Whitman as well, so we'll see a quintuple change as it stands at the next throw-in or goal kick.
Larson tried to give it to Singh there. Singh's been really quiet the second half.
She has been.
I wonder if she's just trying to drag defenders, but that's probably also a good thing on defense. And she's been quiet. I mean,
here's Singh on the ball now.
As I say that,
around the defender and Cortez Muniz, but touch too heavy. Picking it up is McKean. Here's McKean. Square ball.
Hara could get there.
Glorios under some pressure. Hara almost got a piece.
Could have won a foul there too.
Would have been a very dangerous free kick for the Boxers, who are 13.5 minutes away from a win.
Whitman's going to make 3 changes when Pacific does, so that'll be really interesting and crucial.
Boxers winless their past 3 games, haven't won since at George Fox on October the 8th. Riley Larson just manages to keep it in on the far side.
Pacific
Ball roll
throw.
off the defender.
Right.
Well done, Riley Larson.
Change is likely coming in, so I see Cohen for Whitman. That's going to come in. Out for Baba.
Cohen's coming in.
Lash.
Bell's leaving the field. Lash is coming in.
And looks like
Foley back
so
in
that's,
the game.
That's your best
so your starters
forward.
Back out there.
That's your best forwards and wingers. Your best offensive players for Whitman.
You got to.
And so Jackson actually stays in. So I think Hara did come out.
No, Hara's still in the game.
Hara is still in.
Jackson's still in the game. Sugiyama's still in the game. So coming out.
I think we focused too much on Whitman there.
Take
no,
a
it was Sane that came out because now Garcia's playing the 10.
Yeah, Sane came out for Garcia for one of the Boxer changes. And then the other one, Larson, that was alongside Garcia was Taniguchi, who came in.
I think Quaggas is out.
To midfield with Quaggas, thank you.
No, Quaggas is still in. Shoot.
She is still in.
Cannot believe I still cannot figure this out.
We will get that
Santos.
for you. We had the 2 changes for the Boxers. Let me just
more
take
changes
a look.
for Pacific coming up, actually.
It was actually, okay, we have it here in the live stats. It was Caitlin Sanders who was substituting. So Sanders came out. Taniguchi will slide into midfield, and now Quaggas is going to play that right center back back there trying to hold it down.
More changes for Pacific coming up, I see. Binoculars not being able to focus. As Larson
coming
comes
in
out
for Sugiyama and Larson leaving the game for
Riley Gu. So that's how pretty much Pacific started this game almost. Of course, with the
Jackson
Sanders.
and me.
Alice, here comes Jackson. That's given away.
So Boxers just under 12 minutes away from their first win in 3 games and their 4th win of the season. Which would be a huge win against a team that's right below them in the standings in Whitman.
And it would be a first home win of the season, as you pointed out, which is still shocking. And it's looks like a foul one there. So what I'm curious about is Brisson's not in, which is quite interesting. I see a player warming up, trying to figure out who that is.
Hard to tell from over here. Me wins the header. Cortez Muniz One-timer to Sand on her right foot. That one's going
It's
to
a
bounce
shot.
to Pasquale, who does well to read the bounce and collect. Pasquale making her second save of the game. Kylie Pasquale on the season for the Boxers. Has split time with Jalen Moo. Now both goalkeepers hurt. The reserve goalkeepers, Pasquale, seen a lot more action. She has now made 39 saves on the season.
It's those bounces are really hard. Oh boy, that's a dangerous ball. Pascal had to get on that. She
good
launched
touch
it towards
from assistant coach Scott Wood. He was a former D1 player back in his day. Played for Towson University on the East Coast and in Maryland, and also is an assistant coach for the men's soccer team, which will play about an hour from now against top of the conference Whitman College on the men's side. So that'll be quite the challenge for the men.
Oh, turf monster there from Sand.
That's about as bad as
really
it gets.
Getting it.
Right
I was
there.
gonna say from that last shot, it's so hard to read the bounce when it's wet. It's just the turf is more slick. As you see Sand taking a touch to the middle here.
I think Sand is it's very interesting. I think she's a right-footed left back and always cutting in on the right foot, trying to get crosses in the box.
Well, that's probably strategic then. You know, go to the middle, have sort of an overlap. You know, some from the middle, your wingers sort of get to the corner, you draw a defender away, and yeah, something that my dad used to run when he coached me. Sometimes.
Yep, Noah and I both coaches' sons. My dad, a current D3 collegiate coach at North Central University, who are probably playing as we speak. And D3
Ooh, good combo there.
Weekend schedules.
Here we go.
That's the combination play the Boxers are used to seeing. Here's Goo. See if they can get a third and put this game likely to bed.
Good stuff there to stop and
Santos.
use a drop.
Switch to Garcia. Leaves that one
Good.
smallly to Taniguchi. Cuts back on Johnson. Here's Garcia once again. Fector. Going to cross it one time.
Oh.
Decent spot. Can Jackson bring it down? Offside. Called by the near linesman. Was a close call. Playing advantage is the center official. Summer Rakami will just play with the ball in her hands.
It's kind of the first offense we've seen from this Boxers team so far. They still haven't had a
Second
shot.
half.
They haven't had a shot on goal this second half.
They
which
have not
is
had a shot
interesting.
this half. If
Yeah.
you can believe that. 4 shots on goal and 4 shots in the game for the Boxers in total.
Women's going to make another change, it looks like. That'll be, looks like the number 20 of Risa Kalura, the freshman out of Valley View High
Reese
School.
Cholera, you're
Kalura,
right.
yeah.
Chloe Anderson, the number 2, was calling her Chloe Anderson, who wears the 2. I forgot about the 0 on the jersey.
Yeah, the Pennsylvania native you were talking about.
Right. Going to come into this game shortly. Can see the, actually not quite yet, but you will see in a second the Whitman College men's teams walking around the back of the Boxer bench. They play right after the conclusion of this one, and they have an undefeated season.
Wow.
Yeah, they have 8 wins and 4 draws, and they nearly lost their undefeated season last game yesterday. Willamette took an 86th minute deflected equalizer to remain unbeaten. Here comes Whitman. Cohen.
Oh,
Tackled
that's
from behind
nuts.
from Goo.
You cannot make those
call.
challenges, I'm afraid. So that's going to be a set piece. Then I don't think Whitman will take this quickly. Not sure he has the range. I think they will take it as
stopping the clock. The
stopping the
center
clock.
official Foley going to take it for the Blues. The number 10 from Anacortes, Washington. When at Anacortes High School, the junior from near the islands in the Puget Sound. Ball in from Cholera.
So it's having her retake it, which is interesting.
Don't
Not
think
sure if
the-
it was the incorrect spot.
Or the ref wasn't ready, whatever it is. Assistant coach Wood hands it over to...
I think that's... So, I see... Come back to that. I see one player...
Played short here. Here is Colifer. Into the corner.
Too heavy.
Johnson, and Foley can't get there.
I see one Pacific player laying on the sideline. Can't tell who it is from here, but it looks like McNamara will make one more change. possibly.
I believe that's Jaden Johnston, who hasn't really played that much this year. So we'll see if she gets into the game with 7 minutes to go. Glorioso. Back to McKean. Time running out for the Blues. The Blues have struggled as of late. They have been winless in their last 6 games with 2 losses and 4 draws.
So through ball to Cohen.
And Waters.
Good from Waters there.
Gets it out of play once again.
Yeah, Waters is playing as a left back there almost. But
yeah, it looks like Santos kind of stepped into midfield. Gu, that natural left wing back, but back 3 should be in. Yeah, Santos going to play back in the left center back. Ruby Waters, the center back, and Kira Quagus, the natural 6, in the back line. The back 3 at right center back.
Oh,
but has played well in that position. Nice turn from Cohen, trying to find Amori Lash, who scored last game.
Wow, that's
Waters
a bit of a cheap
behind.
shot there, I'm afraid. Come on.
Foul call by the referee.
That should be a yellow.
He's going to talk to Waters after the play.
No, that was on Lash. Just shoved Waters there for absolutely no reason.
It was definitely very late.
Yeah, I mean,
ref's going to play on.
Lash is really lucky to skip a yellow there, because I mean that's just, yeah, that's a bit cheap. But anyway,
nice win by LME off the bench for the Boxers. 5 minutes and change from their first win of the season at home.
I think Jane Johnson is going to come in at some point. She is on the sideline there.
Yeah. Take a look at her stats, see how much she has played this season for the Boxers. The number 11 from Twin Falls, Idaho at a Canyon Ridge High School.
Here comes
5'7" defender Taniguchi on the ball. Plays out wide to Fector. This would be Johnston's first appearance of the season if she can get in the game. I know she suffered an injury in the preseason or missed some games due to injuries, so now that she's fully healthy, getting her shot here towards the end of the season with the Boxers after this one, with 4 more games on their schedule. And here she comes.
So it'll be interesting to see who she comes in for. It looks like it's going to be for Risahara. So probably some more defensive identity now on the field for this Boxer team.
You would think so. Now it's really parked the bus. They've been doing it the whole second half.
Yeah, especially with Garcia playing the 10. She's really good at that too.
Jackson holding it up.
Wow.
Ball gets stuck between their necks, but no handball. And Glorioso
Pacific
hooks
throw.
it out
How
for
about
a
that?
Pacific throw.
Well, it kills time. Obviously can't, get time-wasting penalties, but can bend the rules once they like. Here's Garcia.
Garcia in a good spot. Gu's left side, first time from Taniguchi. Sizing up against Cholera. Cholera, the number 20.
Trying to win the throw. Let's throw.
And there'll be a throw-in for the Boxers in the attacking half.
Jackson with PK.
Trying to.
And corner kick.
Asked for a corner kick and got it. That's the Boxers' second corner of the game.
It's only the first one since the first half.
It's only the second corner of the game.
Well, you'd think Whitman would be, on the other end right now, getting a corner, but it's Pacific who have. I mean, this is how you kill the clock here. This some offense.
In-swinger ball, dangerous area, flicked on by Cortez Muniz. They'll roll out for another corner.
Oh, no, keeps it in, but no. You get another corner.
Great effort.
Really good effort, but so now can sort of kill this clock and see who will take it. Looks like Garcia will again, but it's not that many numbers. They still got, obviously, 3 back. Got Fector, Quagas, and Waters, and me and Santos sort of, as safeties in a way. Pacific would love to score here, but don't necessarily need to.
Outswinging from Garcia. Hooked on by Lash. Fector. Just going to dribble and turn the ball over. Not a good turnover.
Cannot give it away like that.
Asking for a foul. Got some contact. Ball in behind.
That's high.
Header from Lash. Foley, Waters hooks it into the middle. Header won by Barnes. Cortez Muniz brings it down.
She got some space.
She's got Cholera out wide. The number 20, Cholera, a freshman, like we said, from Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow. I am shocked that's a foul. I am shocked. Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you see there? You didn't think it was a foul?
I mean, unless there was arm extended there, I mean, it looked like a flop. It was a one ball, and it just looked like a flop from Cohen. But
Regardless,
anyway.
a set piece.
Yeah, I think that is that Cohen taking it?
Cohen's taking it.
Yeah,
looks
so
like
it's
the designated
end swinger.
Set piece taker. Ball into midfield. And
brilliant from Pasquale. Brilliant. It's, ref's going to stop.
Yeah, Jackson and Lash kind of collided and fell on each other.
Yeah. So I think he was checking for injury there, but stops the clock.
I'm not really
crucially.
Sure why, because there's no head injury.
I think it's because the players are both down. I'm not. And so, he's talking to
Amori Lash. Okay, so he was talking to, I think it was a foul. Okay, so it was a foul on Amori Lash on Jackson.
But that crucially stops the clock, though, for Whitman. Now it's a drop ball. Pascal can hold on to it for probably like 3 more seconds. That she has to give it away.
Boxers 90 seconds away from their 4th win of the year. First at home. The first win in 4 games. Header by Gu. McKean trying to find Lash.
Cholera. It's going to be a ball to Cohen.
Foot race between Cohen and Waters. And Pasquale
good from Pasquale.
She's been good at doing that all year.
She has. It's been one of her best games so far this season. The one goal she allowed was just off, a bad touch from Taniguchi. And obviously 2 women players there were able to get a foot on it. So
1 minute remaining. Less than that, actually. 50 seconds. Taniguchi. Boxers at this point will hopefully decide to go to the corner. That gets behind Johnston.
Factor's going to get there.
And that's off Whitman, I believe. Well done, Fector.
Wow, well done. Clock continues rolling. Fector can take her time, but can't get time wasting as ref
30 seconds
tells
away.
her she's got to go.
Johnston flicks it on to Garcia. Garcia will try and keep this one in. She can't. One last gasp for the Blues. 20 seconds
just
remain.
Under 20 seconds.
Sand. 15 seconds. First time ball into the middle. Flicked on by Lash. Cohen trying to bicycle kick it. Actually a pretty good ball.
Got Barnes up there.
Couple seconds remain. Header by Lash. Foot race with Santos. 3,
it's gonna go out.
2, 1.
Game over.
And the Boxers have finally won right here at home in Forest Grove. They will now jump to 4, 5, and 6 on the year, and 3, 3, and 6, a 500 record in conference. That's a huge win against the Blues, who are 1 point below the Boxers, to now jump to 15 points. Will stay in 4th place in the conference, and their 2-game losing streak as well. And for the Blues, their unbeaten, their winless streak, will continue for the 7th game. And they scored just the 1 goal today. They'll fall to 3, 4, and 7 overall, 2, 3, and 5 in the Northwest Conference. And that is going to be their first loss on the road this year. And the score is the same as it was in the first half, Noah, by 2-1. Garcia goal assisted by Sang. A Barnes equalizer for the Blues. And then Hara with the game winner, all within the first 20 minutes of the game. But a great performance from the Boxers. A great offensive first half and a great defensive second half.
Yeah, it's obviously a risk to park the bus early on, but they neutralized this Whitman offensive front, of Foley, Bell, Lash, and Cohen. It's great for them. Pasquale has one of her best games this season. That's going to bring her confidence back. It just looked really composed in goal, and finally a home win. Her specific team, which is weird to say, with how good of a season this has been. It's only the first.
They've doubled their win total already from last season.
Yeah,
so
it's
much improved team.
Only way up is here, and this is a really crucial game to win. It keeps them 4th. They know it's going to be really tight as they salute their fans and
first
round of applause.
Boxer fans have seen here at home, so really big for the home team, and it was a dominant second half for the Blues. Ultimately, they outshot the Boxers 11-4, 5-4 shots on goal. Pasquale made 3 saves, just conceded the 1 goal from Leah Barnes. So I've been Evan Blyer with Noah Gonzalez on the Boxer Sports Network, and if we look ahead quickly on both teams' schedules, the Boxers will host Lewis and Clark on Friday at 5 o'clock, and for Whitman College, the visitors, they will now play at Whitworth University midweek at 2:30. So they're going to travel up north to Spokane midweek in their next games as well. So those will be the next games for both teams. We got men's soccer coming up in just about 50 minutes. We'll both be on the call, Evan with Noah. So if you're into Boxer soccer, stick around for that. Thanks for joining us for this one. Final score, 2-1 Boxers, getting their first home win of the season, 4th of the year.